We're making it up as we go, laughing together, that's all we know. Life's a ride and we love it so, we're winging it.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm Lisa. Hello.
You did it wrong.
I'm sorry, what am I supposed to say?
You got hi, I'm Lisa. Hello. Last time you said,
And I'm Lisa. Hello.
I'm Lisa. Hello.
Okay, I'm Lisa. Hello.
That's much better.
I'm sorry.
Welcome to episode number 3. That's us.
My favourite number, that's it.
We are already 50% more than we did with Parents on Board.
Yes.
Because we're on episode 3 of Winging It, brand new podcast from Lisa and myself, all about just life, but winging life, just getting on with things, coughing,
Winging it.
and
recovering from an illness.
and a weekend away. Don't pretend that it's just an illness.
I'm sorry, I had to actually force myself to feel better to go on that weekend away, which was fun though. It was good, needed.
So thank you very much everybody for joining us. Thank you for all your lovely feedback again.
Yeah.
The riddles seem to be a very, very popular part.
Oh really?
Yeah. Everybody seems to be getting right into the riddles.
Good.
And I've had some messages about the riddles as well, and hopefully I've got a few more for you.
Am I still coming across as smug?
No. Because I don't know, did you work out the last one?
Well, I said to you that I think it's the Norwegian, but you said that wasn't right, and I did it again, and I still got the Norwegian.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to have to go through it.
I'm going to break it down because you worked on that.
I worked on that for days.
Aye.
But genuinely, I still like twice. I've done it twice because it's quite time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
But I've done it twice now, although I'll do it a third time just to, to double check, triple check. But yeah, I got the Norwegian both times. But I did I would have imagined that who had the fish would have been the last one that you figure out. Just because it's process of elimination. That is literally it. But yeah, I'll need to do it again because there's no way it would give you the answer. So you give me the 15 clues, and maybe it was by obviously you're crossing out what you know for facts. Like the Norwegians in the first house was one, next to the Norwegian was blue. So you're crossing out the other colours. But it was maybe getting on. And it wasn't all 15 clues, and I was maybe at clue 7 or 8, and I figured out what it seemed to be that the fish was the Norwegian, and I thought, that's awful early. Usually it would be clue 15 that you'd be at before you'd cross all the other clues out before you got to who the fish was, or who had the fish. But anyway, I might have done it wrong.
Okay.
So I'll need to come back to that one.
Try and watch the banging on the desk, considering that you just broke that camera thing.
I didn't even touch
and
it.
It'll just fall.
I didn't even touch it.
You did touch it.
I didn't even touch it. I didn't touch it.
Oh, by the way, do you like the new setup that we've got here?
Yes.
We are no longer on the kitchen table. This is our new Winging It set, and Lisa's going to move her water bottle off it so we can see it even better.
Sorry.
I worked on this over the weekend whilst Lisa was away, and I don't know, I'm really happy with it.
I like the fact that you've got a little Christmas ode to Christmas here. We should have a Halloween one because it's nearly Halloween. It's not Christmas yet.
I know, but we don't have.
Well, I mean, they've give us that. That's pretty horrific.
No. We say it's horrific, then put it up there and have the child that made it.
I know, it's beautiful. I'm only joking when I say it's horrific.
See what it is. Yeah. So how have you been? I know you've had a bit of a.
Oh, I was ill. I was ill all last week. Had the cold. And again, just felt sorry for myself. But yeah, and then Friday we went to Pitt and Weem, which was lovely. I went with my friends. We've been friends in school, and yeah, it was great. I may have had far too much alcohol on the Friday. I don't drink very often. I had 2 bottles of wine. Yeah, I suffered the next day massively, and never again. I swore off alcohol
until the next time.
Nah, I'm not a big drinker.
You say that. That, and then every time you go out drinking, and you go, oh, I'm not going to drink much, and then you go too far, and then you go, oh, no, I'm not going to do it again. I don't drink much, and then but then you go out again, and you go.
I think it's the not going out is the problem though, because I'm actually going out, and then it's but when we're in the house, I'll maybe have 2 beers if I'm in the mood, which is very rare. The last time I was drunk was Amy's 40th, and then before that was New Year. So that was July, and then before that was...
I don't remember New Year.
New Year. Well, you were pretty drunk. We were at Lindsay's.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of walking involved in that New Year.
So that was the last time that I'd even had anything. Oh, no, we'd had a couple of beers at friends, but again, I just get to a point, I'm like, I just want a cup of tea now. But yeah, the wine was flowing far too easily, and I'm normally very sensible and have a glass of water between each, but I hadn't eaten. It was all just, it was just a case of a day of bad decisions, and it just culminated in 2 bottles of wine.
Plus you were ill.
Plus I was ill, and that didn't
Do you remember the first episode when Lisa said, I'm intelligent?
I didn't say I was perfect.
No, she said intelligent. So other usual stuff is going to be coming up. We're going to be doing what would you do? Am I the asshole?
Got one.
I also
ready.
have something else.
Oh
prepared.
yeah, blindsiding me with a wee curveball.
Well, kinda.
Good. Love it.
But I'll tell you more about that. About later.
Okay.
We were talking in the kitchen earlier on, and you said, "Let's not talk about that just now. We'll talk about it on the podcast." Do you remember what it was?
Yes. So you were a bit hard on yourself about the state of the house when I came in, on Sunday after being away Friday, Saturday, came home Sunday afternoon. I mean, the house was fine. It was lived in. And you were saying that you'd spent all weekend trying to keep it tidy, trying to,
not just keep it tidy, but I was
trying
wanting to
sorry, carry on.
kind of reset the whole house, a big up and down clean, and clean all the mirrors and get all the handprints of everything, all that stuff, and
that's a deep clean.
And and then you came home on Sunday, and it wasn't how I wanted it to be.
But it was fine.
I wasn't. I was sad.
Yeah, but no, I think you're being too hard on yourself, because you could have done nothing. I mean, there's a lot of, not to throw gender at it, but there is a lot of men out there who would just send their kids to their mums, or mums, you know what I mean, and go out with their pals, which is fine, absolutely fine.
I don't really have pals that I do that way.
You should.
I don't like getting it.
But it's difficult, isn't it? Because you do want it to be nice and tidy for your partner to come into, so that they're not stressed, or they're not coming home after a relaxing weekend to have things to do. But no, it was fine. You were way too hard on yourself. Kids were fed, happy. You were fed and happy, and the dogs were walked and fed and watered
and sort of happy.
Well, they're always happy.
And I set this up.
And you did this?
This is like my pride and joy. Not pride and joy, but this is like...
Exactly.
I'm very happy with this.
What's this? Is this, are we sponsored by Aroma?
No, we're not sponsored by anybody yet. We're not sponsored by
Got a few in the pipeline though, so don't worry.
Yeah.
But no, no, you've done well. I think you're being too hard on yourself.
Let me just fix this aesthetically. Because you don't need to be so close to you.
Or is it? Am I being too loud?
No, it's more to do with it's aesthetics.
Okay. Thanks.
I'm all about the aesthetics.
Yeah, no, I understand though, because I used to always want the house to be nice and tidy when you'd been away or whatever. But
so I'm going to disagree with that.
Okay,
because you did. Okay, I'm not going to say that you kept the house a mess or whatever like that, right? But you sometimes are so against the patriarchy that you sometimes don't do the simplest of things. And I mean, like, oh God, how do I explain this without digging myself into a hole here? Like, let's say I had a 9-to-5 job. At times in our life, I did have a 9-to-5 job. Wait a minute,
sorry.
I'm going to get this out properly without digging myself into a hole here, right?
Okay.
And you would like, okay, Chris is out, I'm going to get some stuff done, I'm going to order, I'm just going to get some washing done, clean up, that's fine. And you're telling yourself that's all the things you're going to do today, and then you would say to yourself, I'm imagining, right? But this is an example, you would say to yourself, and then it'll all be nice and tidy for him coming home. Fuck that. Why would I make it all nice and tidy for him coming home? That's what a housewife does. I'm not a housewife. And then that's it. And then you wouldn't do it because you would be trying to fight the patriarchy, but only because you'd framed it in that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense. I mean, you asked me to iron your shirt.
Oh my God.
A couple of weeks ago, didn't you? And I was like, no, iron it yourself. And you were like, no, it's just while I can't even remember what it was. While you made the kids lunches
I had
or something.
5 things to do. And I was like, listen.
I totally bubbled something up. But I did say to you, I was like, nah, that's triggered something in me. I'm really sorry. I'll do something else. I don't know what it is. It's like, I think it's the domesticated stuff. The domesticated, is that the right word?
Right, yeah.
Like ironing, cleaning, that...
But I don't think it's the act of doing it. It's the reason behind doing it that gets you. Like ironing, I don't think ironing, but I mean, you iron a kid's uniform every weekend, right? And that's fine. That's just so the kids will go to school and they look smart and stuff. But if you were to iron something for me,
I've ironed things for you before.
It's different though.
Do you know what it is?
Case in point, when I asked you to iron my shirt.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Because it is we live in a world where it is still very much a bit of both. You still get it. Like, do you remember you used to DJ for the pub? I can't remember the name of it in Glasgow.
Oh yeah, when I was really fat.
Yeah, and the old women that were there. I say old women. They were like middle-aged women. The Clacking, yes, and
the pub, the Clacking.
I went with you this one night. I can't remember why, but I think probably just as for a night out. Going to you to work.
No, that was a night that quite a few of you came because it was a quiz night.
Oh yeah. We came second, and Laura and I are doing it, and like you'd say a question, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I'd write it, and she'd tell me, and I was like, I know, and she's like, I know, you know. Anyway, yeah, they walked in and they saw you, took one look at you, went, oh, I think she's been looking after you a bit too well. And I was like, are you kidding me on? I'm now getting the blame for you being overweight. I was like, this got nothing to do with me. I don't do all the cooking. And it's just stuff like that really, really bothers me because it's like, why is it the woman's fault? Everything, you just live your life, but everything is the woman's fault. And that drives me nuts.
There was something my mum said the other day as well, and I can't remember.
Was that there?
No, but it was in reference to you, and it was something to do with something that I do around the house, but the general assumption would be that you do it. That
I did it. Yeah, your mum does that a lot. I love you, but you do.
And she was like, I can't remember what it was now. I was like, did Lisa know?
Yeah.
Did Lisa know feed the kids or did something like that? And I was like, I cook.
Yeah.
I clean.
Yeah.
I iron my stuff.
Only when I
clean the house. I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
I mean, you do clean the house, but we've discussed that we know that you tidy up.
Not all the time.
Well,
no. When I really want to do it, when I've got the proper motivation, I can really get.
When you've got the proper motivation,
but that's a medical condition.
I know it's a medical condition, but facts is facts. I'm better at tidying than you. There's certain things I won't do though, like clean the hair out a sink.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm going to get to that.
I can't even. Summer has left her hair all over the walls. Summer, you're going to get told off when we come home. So I told her to.
So why?
But then I told her to make sure you put it in the bin.
But she's got the medical condition as well.
Well,
my point is I've got a medical condition for not tidying up and stuff. You're just stubborn.
You cannot use your ADHD as an excuse not to tidy up. You can use it as an excuse to get overwhelmed. The comments are going to come at me for this, aren't they? I mean,
she's going to tell me to man up in a minute. What?
Shut up! That's not nice. No, but you can't. Yeah. I'm going to just dig myself into a hole. But all you're thinking is the comments will go up, that A-word will go up.
The comments will go up, and then I'll reply to the comments, and then it'll all work out.
And that's what happens when people put hate stuff out there because everyone comments. Anyway,
we'll get to that in a minute. You keep talking. I'm just going to check the levels.
Okay. No, I can't even remember what I was saying. Oh, you were talking about being a medical condition. There's certain.
She sounds good.
Thanks. There's certain things.
Sorry, carry on.
It's a post-cold husk. A post-cold husk. There's certain things that I think that you can absolutely blame on ADHD, like time blindness. I mean, you didn't. Did you meet me when my room was the state it was, my bedroom? Like it was.
Yeah.
But I knew what everything was.
Mm-hmm. There's a floor
drobe. Yeah, and I mean, we think I've got ADHD, although I'm undiagnosed. But
I'm genuinely, like, see, thinking back, right now, I've got this really weird phobia of ketchup, right?
Equus mortis phobia.
Yeah, not the other one.
No.
Cytophobia, what do you call it?
Cytophobia is, I'm pretty sure, the fear of sex. Let me Google that. Equus mortis phobia is the fear of ketchup.
You scare me sometimes, but
I think that means equus is horse.
Yeah, you said this before.
Mortis
fear of a dead
is
horse.
dead. Fear of a dead horse.
Which is red, which is to do with the colour red, which is to do with blood, and it's hope. Anyway, I'm scared. Like a genuine ketchup phobia. It's taken me a long time to even just sit at the dinner table when the kids are having stuff and they put ketchup on it.
Cytophobia is an extreme irrational aversion to fear of food or eating.
Oh, so I was right.
Same as sex.
Sorry.
No, I'm saying, what is the fear of ketchup called?
Right, anyway, I'll finish this story. When Lisa and I first met, she'd just moved into her own flat.
Mortis equus phobia?
Into Dundee. And you weren't the tidiest of people.
I wasn't at all.
And the one thing
that was Keir, though. The ketchup was
The
Keir.
one thing that stood out to me, and I remember this so vividly, is getting into your bedroom, and there was an open bottle of ketchup sitting on the floor, and it had that, that ketchup crust around.
That's disgusting.
Ugh.
Like, that is disgusting. I'm 100%. That's disgusting.
But why was he eating chicken nuggets in your room?
Because we were flatmates and we were watching Overboard.
Of course, you just met somebody. You had to.
No, Keir.
Aye, but
we were at college together.
But you had to introduce them to.
I did.
Overboard.
I introduced everyone. Overboard's a great.
No,
movie.
wait a minute. I'm going to just rewind this. People, you guys aren't.
No, it wasn't. It was Craig because I was in the smaller room.
Aye, because Keir wasn't living with you by that point.
No, he
you
wasn't.
Just moved into that flat.
Huh. Interesting.
So it was you.
It was me. Yeah.
And I also remember. I
was disgusting.
You're going to think Lisa's disgusting, right? But
I was disgusting.
Also remember.
I was absolutely vile. But I can't even imagine doing it now.
The cardboard carton of orange juice that obviously was open because the slit open and it was just sat there for weeks.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
But how did I go over that? What changed in my life? Children.
Yeah.
That is it. Because I was not like that when.
Before children.
No.
Yeah, no, it definitely was, because I think about how, because we lived together for a while before children, and we weren't disgusting. We had, our places were reasonably tidy, reasonably clean. That flat up in Spruce Roads, apart from the big piles of dirt.
Big piles of mud when we moved in.
Tell you that story one day.
That's a fun story.
But that flat was nice, and you weren't even pregnant by that point, so there was no nesting or anything like that.
No, I don't know, but yeah, probably a part of it comes with age and becoming a bit more mature and a bit more responsible. But yeah, I was absolutely vile. And
vile?
I was vile. That is vile, though. It is. It's. Do you know what? As well, though, I remember me leaving dirty clothes lying in. But I knew that's my dirty washing pile. I was a teenager and my dad said to me, now I was raised by my dad from the age of 9 and without my mum. Just feel the need to clarify that. So I'd left the dirty washing pile and he said, I remember him saying to me, you need to bring that in. And then he said, men don't like that. And I was like, men don't like what? And he went, your dirty washing on the floor. And I was just like, why would I care what men want?
And that's how it started.
That's probably how it started. I was like, and he was just I know as a parent now, you're just trying to get through to your kids. And that was what he thought was my priority, was boys. And he's like, men don't like that. And I was like, I don't care. I don't care. I think he actually said boys don't like that because I was a teenager, but yeah.
How did we end that?
I don't know. It happens.
When we were almost 25 minutes in, and I don't
We've done nothing.
Aye.
We've done no segments. All we've done is talk.
Just talk, and I've tried a bit. I got a wee bit of feedback the other day about the podcast, and the person who gave us the feedback had said that I go at, like, for some reason, as soon as I get a microphone in front of me, I go into presenter mode.
Right, okay.
And
That's very nice constructive feedback,
No, it
though,
was.
wasn't it?
it was, but it was more so, I think, because they know me, and they know when I'm not in presenter mode.
Yeah, they'll know you as Chris, and then they don't really know you as a presenter, I
Yeah.
suppose.
No, well, when we first kind of met, they were listening to me on the radio and stuff more.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point is, I'm trying not
Sorry.
to be as presentery.
We're sitting having a conversation.
It's difficult. I don't know what it is. You put a microphone in front of me, and I'm just like, hi. How does that make? Oh, shall we tell the microphone story that we didn't tell last time?
Yeah, go on, you tell it.
So last week, I don't know if you remember, last week we mentioned that Lisa was afraid of microphones at one point, and we
Genuinely
weren't long
terrified of this.
together. Maybe a couple of years. Maybe would have been our first year. I don't know, but it was Christmas time, and you were over at our house.
No, it wouldn't have been the first year because we got together in November, so the first year wouldn't have.
You would have Christmas time, not Christmas Day.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time together.
We did.
At the beginning.
I'm sorry, I'm still so tired. I'm not recovered from the illness.
From the illness.
From the illness.
Yeah, so one thing that we do in our family is we love karaoke. And we did a wee bit of karaoke in the house, like YouTube videos and stuff, and just getting, no, it wasn't YouTube videos because it was
It was just home videos.
20 years ago. We were just singing away, and then one of them handed Lisa the microphone, and
We'd also been drinking.
yeah, and Lisa started crying because she was handed a microphone. What was the thing behind that, though? Was it like...
I was terrified to sing. I'm still terrified to sing.
Well, we know why. Well, I know why.
What with just the... I used to sing in the choir. I used to be in shows. I was always in the chorus, and I sing quite high. And this boy in my school just turned around to me and went, "That was really high." And me and my weirdness took it as him judging me.
So he didn't even say anything negative?
Didn't say anything negative at all. Thinking back now, I can remember it. I can remember clear as day. I know who it is. And he just said that was really high.
Name and shame going.
No, he didn't say anything bad. But it was literally just that comment, and I just went, "Oh my God, I'm singing so high. I doesn't like it. Oh, I'm terrible. I'm crap." I had solos and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you really?
yeah, I had solos in the choir. No, yeah, so we did the school choir, and I'm talking like primary 4 and primary 5. No, it must have been high school. It must have been first and second year, because he wasn't in my primary school. And I remember my teacher, Mrs. Santi, she used to sing in Italian, and she sang really high. And obviously she sang like, I can't remember, but she sang in Italian, and it was lovely. But I think maybe she knew what my voice could do because she had experience of it singing high, and I just...
Do you think that's why when you try, or not when you try and sing, but when you sing nowadays, you sing low, you sing in your kind of chest voice?
Yeah.
And do you think that's... I'm going to use the word trauma, and it's not really a trauma, but like, do you think after that comment and you convinced yourself that your high singing was bad, that was it? Now you sing like this, and that's
that's why I struggle to stay in tune, because I can't hear it, because I've got a hearing issue. I've got a hearing impairment, and I can't hear low notes. It's so funny. I can't hear low notes. So, but when you tell me, when I've got my hearing aid in, do I sing better?
You sing in tune, yeah. But even
do I really sing in tune?
I've said this to you before, since day one, when I was first kind of, apart from the language that I used, but when I was first, we'll tell that in a minute. Your comfort range is your head voice. Yeah, you're up there
because I can hear it.
Yeah, and also it's just, that's what it is. You're a soprano.
Yeah, but I don't like.
Or a mezzo soprano maybe, because soprano is quite intense. But yeah, so just to give a bit of background on the next story of Lisa's I can't sing trauma.
Is that what you were thinking it was?
No,
That
no, I thought
it was that
no, I knew
story,
it was that story.
I mean, that added to it. I'm not going to lie. But
So
you
I
didn't
went to-
know.
I went to St Andrews Secondary School, and we were all quite close. We're like, I was quite close to the music department, so the music teachers and like the students, we were all on kind of first name terms, and it was a lot of fun. And you know, there were things that I will never tell in public that
I'll tell them.
that
Okay,
happened.
I'm kidding.
But one thing is that we just spoke to each other like human beings. There was no kind of teacher pupil etiquette there. There was just, you know, it's first names, and you know, if there was a reason to swear, it would happen. It wouldn't be like, it was just normal conversation. And one of the ways that I learned to play piano was that my music teacher, the person who taught me, Ian Gordon, he was a harsh teacher. I think a harsh. He was a very, very good teacher. And I cannot stress that enough. Very is not a strong enough word.
He was extremely talented as well.
He died a couple of years ago. It was heartbreaking. But when you got something wrong, he wouldn't sugarcoat it, and he would literally. He'd said to me more than once, "Chris, that was pish. That was shite. What was that? That's nothing. That doesn't come out of you. That noise. What are you doing? That was flat. What are you singing like that for?" Like, honestly, that's what it is, because he expected more from me. And
Yeah.
so me being, I didn't know, right? I didn't know any better. I'm not a teacher. I've never trained, nothing like that. And I'm just realising, like, the end of all these stories end in one thing. And somebody had said to you that, like, oh no, it's look who your boyfriend is. You were complaining about the fact that you couldn't sing, and you were like, and he said, well, look who your boyfriend is, or look who your man is.
Look who your man is what
aye.
he said.
And then I thought, right, I'll give it a go. And you sang something, and I went, that was pish. Going by the way that I was taught. And there we go, we're back to that same theme. Lisa started crying.
You made me sound like a total crybaby. I have such a fear of singing in public. Like, it really is. So Laura's birthday party, we did karaoke, and I was like, right, I'll do it if you do it with me. Like, do it with me. I always need to have someone doing it with me. And that's because I can't hold a tune. Because there's not many songs where you're up here in your head voice, and not many that people want to listen to for a long time anyway. But yeah, you said that was pish, and I just burst out crying. And it was just because I was like, it takes so much of my bravery, I suppose, to actually start singing, and then for someone just to dismiss it, someone I was like really into as well, was just like, that was pish. I was just like, I'm really sorry, I can't do any better.
And that,
But the difference is, you stopped teaching. You were like, right, not stop teaching, but you stopped giving me lessons. You were like, that's fine, okay, let's just, I'm sorry, let's just not do that again. But I don't think that the reason that I think it made me cry is because you'd never spoken to me like that before.
okay.
And that wasn't you. So you were, in my opinion, you were trying to be Ian Gordon.
I'd spent my entire teenage life trying to be Ian Gordon. Let me just do it, all right?
Well, that's the thing. I think because you were not you were someone else, and I was like, why are you being so different? I don't like it. That added to it as well.
Yeah.
Whereas if you found your own teaching style, and that's something, you have to be authentic, and I've said that to you.
And I found it now.
Oh yeah, but you used to emulate what you saw, but then that's the autistic ADHD, isn't it? Because you're like, it could be the RSD, the just throwing acronyms at people now, rejection sensitivity dysphoria, imposter syndrome, all of that. But actually, when you're just yourself, it comes across, and it's much more relatable. And and I think if you had not said that was pish, you maybe said, right, okay, here's where you went wrong there. I would have understood it, not that was pish. 'Cause you say to me, that was pish, I think, I'm shit, I can't do it,
And
I'm
I say
terrible.
shit, I said pish.
Okay, well then I think I'm pish. So no, it's not the way to do it. Not some people like that. You obviously did. It obviously helped you.
I like it.
Well, I think it helped you though because you wanted to impress Ian Gordon so much.
Yeah.
I didn't really
remember-
want to impress you that much. You know.
You had other ways to impress me. Forget that. I forget we're recording. And I forget who's going to watch.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I'm sorry. Right. What is the first segment? Are we moving on to segment?
Yes,
Have we
please.
finished all our stories?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know how we got there.
What did we start talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, this is funny.
But this is, I love doing this because this is like the best conversations that we have is when we're doing this.
Do you know what's frustrating though? Because I do watch them back or I listen to them back if I'm like doing something.
Again and again and again.
No.
There've been so many times where I've been in my studio and I can hear my own voice coming back for the other room and I'm like,
No, not all the time. That makes me think that all those listens and views are me. I listen back to it and I'm like, oh, that's what we were talking about. And then we started talking about something else. And then by the time we get there, I'm like, what were we talking about again? Yeah. So yeah. Anyway.
I'll tell you what. Let's start with "Am I the asshole?"
Okay.
Today, let's switch it about.
Right. I'm going to read you the heading, and I want you to give me your response based on the heading.
Okay.
And then I will read the context.
Okay.
And then you can tell me whether your opinion changes or not, okay? Just for a wee throw-by, fly-by, change it up. Don't know what throw-by is, but anyway. So am I the asshole because I yelled at an old man who tried to sit next to me?
Okay. You want my immediate reaction?
Yeah.
Now, again, this is me getting into the whole devil's advocate thing again, because right now I'm thinking to myself, all right, but what was the situation? Could it have been?
Do you want me to give you the context and
Could
then
it
you
have
can
been
form it?
that like they were sitting in the bus on the way to?
Right, I'll give you a wee bit more.
No. Like on the way to a job interview, and they were really stressed about it, but they were also waiting on somebody else coming on the bus at the same time, and they were like, "No, that's my seat. Move." You know.
Yeah, right. I'll give you a wee bit more. Right. I, 27 female, was sitting outside of a closing mall today at a table. There were empty benches and tables all over. Some man, late 60s, early 70s, came up behind me, which I already hate, and as he was sitting, said, "Mind if I join you?"
Okay, yeah, then no, done right away. She's not the asshole at all.
Okay.
Is she? Sorry,
Yeah, 27 female.
Because, yeah, I mean, if the choice, there was loads of empty seats around, is that right? Mm-hmm. And this stranger walked up behind a woman and chose to sit there. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, she's...
Right, I'll give you the rest, right?
Okay.
That immediately upset me because he said it while he was in the process of sitting. I have been through a lot in my life and I don't trust people. I immediately and rudely yelled, "Why?" And he sounded offended, pulled out the old, "I am old and my knees hurt." He proceeded to sit next to me, so I told him to keep the effing table. I got up and moved to the other table less than 20 feet away. I sat there for like 2 minutes and then left into a nearby restaurant. Now I'm overthinking, but I truly at the time felt like he was just being entitled due to the sheer amount of open space. Had it been packed, I would have gladly let someone join me. He was also fully gone when I left the restaurant, so those knees must work just fine. Am I the asshole?
100% no.
Okay.
100% no. She's... that man made the choice to go there. Granted, you know, the times are different and all that sort of stuff, and people nowadays like their own space, and maybe back in his day it was a case of sitting down, not just sitting down for a rest, but sitting down for company as well, and maybe he wanted some company. But the context of that entire experience is there's a young woman sitting on her own, here's an older man making a beeline for her and going, I am going to sit there. So 1,000,000%, she is not the asshole.
Do you want to know what some people have said? Literally, this was posted 5 hours ago.
Okay.
Oh, it's since been deleted. Does that mean I'm not supposed to mention it?
Look, it doesn't matter. It's out now. It's on the internet.
Yeah. Okay, so the 4 comments are, you're the asshole. Space aside, you yelled at someone for sitting near you. You didn't like the proximity, so you chose to be absurdly rude. All you had to do was smile, or in your case, scowl and walk. 70-year-old, you will most definitely have the worst knees. Remember this every morning as a Sisyphean penance. 70-year-old, you will most definitely. I really need to read things better. Next comment. You're the asshole. Next comment. What kind of piece of shit does someone have to be to react so entitled like you? You're the asshole. Final comment. You, like many have been, decivilized. You, like many, have been decivilized, commas, people. You behave like you cannot afford to risk being in social society. You were most likely just very rude to an old man who deserves your respect. It's also possible you avoided some terrible, hurtful interaction. You don't trust your judgment, so you took the safe route. This is not just a you problem, and it's not your fault. We're all in great danger because of this breakdown. Unfortunately, you're the asshole.
Nah. And those 4, see those 4 people as well? Those 4 people are the asshole as well.
I wonder if they're all male.
Because...
I shouldn't say that, should I?
No. Because... not one single one of those commenters has taken into consideration that she said in her original post that she has been through a lot.
So, I'm, again, just devil's advocating. So is he, probably. He's 60, early 70. He's lived a life, lived many lives.
But her reason for reacting that way is partly because of what she had been through. So, that doesn't make her an arsehole. That just makes her protective of herself.
Fair.
So, and those 4, they're assholes as well.
Can you delete the fact that I mentioned someone's?
I will try and remember.
I will remind you, because I'm going to overthink that if you don't.
What about you? Because you're very always about the female. I know generally you are quite on the female side when it comes to those sort of things. So
no,
what about you? What do you think in that situation?
I'm not on the female side. I'm on the equality side. So had that been a 27-year-old male, would he have sat next to him as well? And if the answer is yes, obviously we're not going to know. But if, it might, like you say, it might just be that he wants company. However, a 27-year-old female sitting on her own in a closing mall when it's, your alert systems are up. They absolutely are. So even though he's in his late 60s, early 70s, that doesn't really mean that he's an older gentleman. Yes, okay, she could also be getting the age mixed up. He could be in his 40s. He just had a hard paper round. But the point is, I don't think she needed to yell at him. I think she could have just said, if you want to sit here because your knees are sore, I'll go and sit over there. That's what I would have done if I was uncomfortable, or I would have just walked up and walked away.
But then the person and that one of the people in that comment said that she made the choice to react like that. That wasn't a choice.
Yeah, that was like a reaction.
That was a reaction.
Yeah,
and that. Yeah, I'm 100% on her side. I'm against all the comments. I'm going to sign up for Reddit just to comment on that post.
It's deleted.
Oh no!
Although I don't understand why it's there. She must have deleted it.
But then why would it still be up?
I don't know.
I don't understand Reddit. I've tried.
Me either.
I have tried to get into Reddit so many times, and I don't get it.
No, but anyway, that was today's. I just thought it was interesting.
Am I the asshole?
Is that the theme tune for the Am I the?
That sounded like Scrubs.
The wee tiki.
I'm going to need to splice something in now, aren't I? Just for fun.
That's a good episode. That I like. That's when they all go away for Ted.
Janitors.
Yes, not Ted. Janitor and lady's wedding.
Yeah, lady. Was that what her name was?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for what would you do?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, I need a drink.
So do I. I don't have any. Ew. That's good, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so You were away this weekend,
Yes.
and I tried to keep the house in order or get the house in a better order anyway. But what would you do if you came home from the weekend away and I'd redecorated the entire house in a colour that you absolutely hate, but I'd put in so much effort the whole weekend to make sure that it was all ready and redecorated and done for you coming home, but you hate it?
I mean, what colour are we talking here?
I don't know. I was going to say green, but you know.
I like green.
I know. Remember you
I'm all in green.
You painted our living room green once.
I didn't like that
Pea
green.
green.
I didn't
Anyway,
like that green.
but what would you do? It doesn't matter what colour, because it's a colour that you hate.
You kind of did that with the kitchen, didn't you? You put the sticky things down.
But you don't hate them.
But it took me a bit to get used to, because I wasn't expecting that. I struggle with processing changes. So I came in and there was, I much prefer them. They're much nicer, because what is there is wet floor, and it's just stupid. Don't put wet floor in your kitchen, please. It's stupid. And it was terribly done. But yeah, I like it. But it took me a minute, and I just kind of stared at it, didn't I? And I was just like, I don't know how I feel. So I think I would probably do that. I would probably just not know how to feel, not know how to react, and just wait until I processed the information that my eyes were seeing. And then I would like to say that I would, try and get used to it. Or I would possibly suggest to you, this is lovely and I really appreciate the effort, but I really don't like the colour and I'm really sorry. I'd love to tell you that I think that's what I would do. And in my head, that's what I would do. But I think what I'd probably do is walk in the door and go, what the fuck? Why did you pick the colour of sick? It's disgusting. I don't think I'd be so harsh, but I think I would probably tell you I don't like it. But I would be willing to give it a go to get used to it.
Do you think?
I mean, it depends on the colour. I mean, if it's like the colour of vomit, then no.
What about that yellow? I actually quite like that yellow.
Oh,
Quite
no.
nice.
All over? No. They're different colours of yellow.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
yellow and that is mustard.
I know, but you know.
Ish. Yeah. Oh, is that a gradient? No. Anyway, what would you do?
Well, see, the thing is, right, I'm not as fussy when it comes to that sort of thing.
What if it was like the colour of shit? Like the actual colour of shit?
We did have a brown wall once as well.
We're
that
not
you
coming
chose.
across very well here.
No, you chose that colour as well.
I don't know what I was thinking. I remember it. And spruce.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
That
house was up for rent recently,
Yeah.
and the floor you lay was still there.
It's still there,
It was still in it. I was like, you remembered because you cut yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, generally, I'm like stupid laid back anyway. I mean, literally, I talked you into taking a flat once. We had mounds of dirt inside
need
it.
to tell that
you know. So I can see past a lot.
And I can't see past what's in front of me.
Yeah, I can kind of ironically see the bigger picture in some things. So early on in our relationship, not even early on, because it wasn't long before you were pregnant with Alyssa. So about 4 or 5 years in, we'd moved in together and everything. We were looking for a flat, and we'd found this flat in Abernhill in Cumbernauld, and we were told that it was relatively cheap, and it was a 3-bedroom, and it would have been great. And
I think it was 450 a month.
350.
No, I think you got them down to
No,
350.
yeah, sorry, yeah, that's right. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
But so we went to view this flat, and it was almost surreal thinking back.
It's insane. It's
Because-
insane that they even think it was acceptable to allow people to view that flat
Yeah.
in that condition.
So we walked into the flat, and no word of a lie, and it might sound like we're exaggerating here, right?
Oh, people!
But-
I'll explain why. You know why, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that'll make sense to a lot of
But
people.
there were piles, and I'm not even talking about piles like little little piles like that. I'm
Mounds.
talking about mounds of dirt.
Mounds, like 10, 12 feet.
Yeah, in the corner of every room.
Yep. Maybe
And
10 feet.
It was bizarre. And even the lady who was showing it, she had no idea.
Did she not? I don't
No.
remember. I remember just looking at the pile of mud going, what on earth?
Yeah.
Why is there a pile of mud in the living room?
In every
In every room. Every room.
every single room.
It was also very hot.
And I cannot stress to you, right? This is not exaggerating. I'm talking about mounds, like piles, and it's all piled up.
think an industrial site, and think like the pile of mud that they put all the all the crap in. It was that. It was just insane.
Yeah, and we still took the flat.
You took the flat. I was like,
Well, in fairness, they did say they promised to clean it, and they promised to get rid of all the dirt, and it would be fully cleaned and fully ready for it. And in fairness, they did. They didn't change the carpet.
no
Mind you, because there was like a
crumbs.
like a ring, like a dirt ring. But and I'd managed to knock like £100 a month off the rent as well, which
No, you said to them, get rid of the mud, clean it up, clean the carpets, knock £100 off, and we'll take it. And I was just like, are you kidding? What are you doing? But yeah, it worked out. Do you remember the escape hatch?
yes. So that's the other thing. So it turned out that the house was a former cannabis farm.
Yeah.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, where they grew cannabis.
Where they grew cannabis. And this was the neighbours.
Illegally.
Yeah. It was the neighbours that actually told us about it. And I remember being in one of the upstairs bedrooms, which I turned into a studio for I always try and turn a bedroom into a studio for some reason.
Well, now you've got a cupboard.
And I opened up the cupboard and I could see into the living room, which was down the stairs. And I was like, oh, what's this? What's happened here? And it turned out it was your dad that explained
It
it.
was, yeah, because my dad was obviously had a sketchy past.
And he says, well, it's because it used to be a weed farm, and if the police came in and the police came running up the stairs, then you could jump down through the cupboard into the living room and out the front door where the police were upstairs.
Genius.
I mean,
Actual
it was-
genius,
it
but
was
I'm pretty
clever.
sure the police have caught on to that now.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
why they have one going round the back
Yeah.
now, isn't it? I watch too many SWAT movies.
But I mean,
SWAT movies,
seriously,
SWAT TV shows.
what? And again, that's the whole thing about seeing past.
Oh, I don't know how you did. I would have. I think I would have just gone, no, I'm not taking this.
Every single house that we have viewed, there's always an issue. You always see problems, and I always see past the problems.
Yeah. I thought, why am I wired that way? But then that's probably why we work well, because I think if I was wired the way you were wired, we'd be living in squalor. Because I don't think you'd want to see past the problems, because we would just be like, it's fine. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it would be the opposite. I know, maybe I need to trade you in for someone more like me, and you need to trade me in for someone more like you.
No thanks.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just checking.
I'd rather not trade at all.
Good.
That's not good. Yeah, so that was good. What would
Big
you do?
pile of mud.
I know,
Mental.
I can't. Honestly, it's unbelievable sometimes the stuff that we put ourselves through.
It's hard to comprehend that story as it actually happened. It really is, because it's big pile of, walking in, big pile of mud. Anyway,
so I want to do the riddles last,
okay.
but I logged into your email the other day, the podcast at Winging It.
We had our first email.
And we got an email, and
That's exciting. Is that a good one?
yes, very much so, and it actually it relates to you
Oh,
in a sense, right? So I'm going to read it out to you,
okay.
and then you can give an answer, okay? Dear Chris and Lisa,
Oh.
first off, love the show.
Oh, that's nice.
It's so you two are like the human version of when your toast lands jam side up.
Oh, what? I mean, wait a minute. What a fucking compliment that is, because that is amazing. My bagel fell yesterday, Day before yesterday. No, because I wasn't here. Thursday. Friday morning. Sorry, we got there. Friday morning. And I had just hoovered. Now, we've got 2 dogs. And I had just hoovered and my bagel fell. And it fell butter side down. And I was like, because I will not. And I picked it up and there was not a single dog hair on it. And I was like, I just hoovered. Oh my God. So that's the best compliment ever. That's lovely.
Yeah, it's a rare, surprising and a little bit sticky. Anyway, I'm right on the off chance that you might have some advice.
Oh.
I say off chance because my mum said, I don't think a married couple with a podcast can fix this. But here we are.
Well, do you know what? We can put the world to right. Let's go for it.
So my partner and I recently tried to spice things up by doing something spontaneous together. Except spontaneous ended up being going to IKEA on a Saturday during the sale. Now we own 37 tea light holders, a lamp shaped like a goose, and a divorce fantasy each. So we fought in 4 departments, bonded briefly, but by the time we reached the warehouse, we were just 2 exhausted zombies pushing a flatpack trolley. Here's the thing. I love my partner deeply, but how do you keep that spark alive when everyday life is basically just arguing over how many cushions is too many cushions? And, why the toilet roll never gets changed unless I do it.
You've been there.
So, any advice on how to stop becoming flat pack furniture yourselves? Keep on winging it. Emotionally exhausted in aisle 14.
I love it. That's brilliant. The jam, that's just made my day.
So, how do you keep that spark alive when everyday life is basically just arguing over how many cushions is too, like silly arguments, and why the toilet roll never gets changed unless I do it? So, you go first. Right.
So, we've had that. I've gone on strike. I've stopped putting toilet roll in the bin because I'm the only one that does it, and there's 5 of us and every single one of us is capable of putting an empty toilet roll holder in the bin, and I stopped doing it, and then it got to like 14 empty toilet roll holders, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. So I think that's when we started implementing chores. It didn't stick.
I mean, for the first week it did.
Yeah.
But of all people, we didn't stick to it.
But the thing was to lighten our load. But I've done it. And then I've got petty about it. And I'm not going to say going on strike isn't petty, but I think sometimes it's needed. But for me, it's knowing it's not intentional. Although then I've just said that I left 14 intentionally. But I think it was more to try and raise some sort of awareness to how ridiculous... Right. My mind is going very fast. So, and I'm trying to make sense of it, and I'm really struggling. Right. And I keep saying right.
Right.
Right. So, I would say those little things become so mundane that you end up getting really pissed off because you are the only one doing it. It was like me, I had not a go, but I was like last week, I was like, why do you never wash the cutlery? Because you would wash all the other dishes and then leave all the cutlery.
Can I explain to you now why? I'll explain in a minute.
Explain in a minute. We'll I don't understand why. And it's like, why would you do one half of the job and not do the next half? So there was a bit, anyway, the toilet roll specifically, it's looking past that for me. But yeah, I've been there. I know exactly how they feel. It's really, really annoying having to be the only one to do something, and it seems to be you're the only one that cares about something. But then I also think there'll be things that you do that I'm unaware of that you do, that you don't moan about. There might not be, but there might be.
No, I used to say this to you all the time, and you used to, you don't know so much now, but you used to focus a lot more on what I didn't do than what I did do.
Yes. That's taken a lot of work, a lot of daily work to actually think, because it still happens. I think, I'm washing the dishes again, I cooked as well, but then I think, well, actually, no, you took the kids to school, you picked them up, you did your radio show, you did, you know, and then I start listing what you did do. And then it's actually quite funny because sometimes I've realised, and then I'm like, he's cooked as well. And why am I moaning about doing the dishes? Shut your face and do the fucking dishes.
Like last Monday when I took the kids to school, worked solidly, came out of my office at 5 o'clock, and you were still sitting on the couch.
I mean, I'm having
I know.
days, okay? I can't help it. I genuinely can't help it. But yeah, but like you say, you've been there because you're helping me because you've been a tag team partner. And that's the Michelle Obama thing when I've got nothing to percent.
We still haven't actually.
I know.
Did you say nothing to percent?
Did I say that? I've got nothing to percent. You've got 100 of them.
But yeah, because that's now 3 weeks in a row.
We will explain the Michelle Obama story at the end of this, I promise.
And it's not about.
We're doing
partnership's not a competition. It's not
a competition.
Who gets more or who gets what out of what?
Yeah.
Like, because we used to argue about who would get a lie-in or.
Oh yeah. We used to trade lie-ins and things like that. Like, I'll let you. Like, I used to ask for a massage, and you'd be like, I'll give you a massage if you let me have a lie-in in the morning. I was like, fine. Or I would be like, no.
Not giving up my lie-in.
Yeah.
I
think as you get older, though, and as your kids also get older, and as life progresses, your focus on what's important changes and shifts.
And I think that's what I was going to say about that email as well, is that the fact that there's too many cushions in the couch, for example, that's not an argument. That's a petty fight. You know, that's, in the grand scheme of things, that is not that important.
No, it's not. What are you actually annoyed at? That's what we're saying, right? What's actually irritating this year? Is it not being listened to? Is it that you like the cushions and they don't like the cushions? But it's not about the cushions. What is it actually about? But you...
Pick your battles. That's the you used to say to me with the kids.
Yeah. Pick your battles, definitely. But I think showing up for each other, and I think treating you the way I would want you to treat me, and talking about you the way I would want you to talk about me. I remember taking someone somewhere, and he. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say who, but he was talking about his wife, and he was so. No, sorry, it was his friends that were saying awful things about his wife, sorry, in front of him, and he wasn't doing anything, and I was just, and I spoke up for her. I'd never met her, and I was like, can you guys stop talking about this guy's wife, because it's not nice. And they probably spoke about me when I left, but then I was like, they're not people I want to really be hanging about with. But I ended up taking him somewhere for something, and I was in the car and we were chatting, and I remember asking him about it, and I was like, see if I found out that that Chris was talking about me or allowing his friends to talk about me the way that your friends and you were talking about your wife, I'd be absolutely heartbroken. So that was a huge eye-opening thing, because I think a lot of times we go to our friends and complain, and then our friends only hear about the complained person. They don't see the actual whole person. They just think, oh, you know, all I hear about when I'm with them is them moaning about you. While I think it's healthy that, you know, you've got a place to go to vent, you also need to make sure that the people you're venting to don't then hold it against your significant other. But what was your question?
How are you? That was way at the beginning. No, I'm only joking. It was just the whole thing about the email that
I think showing up for each other and treating each other the way you would want the other person to treat you is definitely a huge one for me.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm making myself a cup of tea, I'll make you one, as long as I know you've not had one that morning, because normally you don't. Like, I don't make you breakfast. Even though I make myself breakfast, I don't make you breakfast because you tend not to eat in the morning. So then it's just wasteful.
One of my favourite things, and it sounds really daft, but one of my favourite parts of the day is when I'm on the radio and you walk in with a cup of tea. I just love that.
I think it's just being considerate for each other. And if you really don't like that many cushions on your couch, because if you've got kids or dogs, I always knock them off all the time. I know people who've had cushions. Well, I know people who've removed the cushions from their couch. Just remove the cushions. If it makes your couch look a wee bit bare, It's okay. It's temporary.
But I do think as well that the other point that I would like to put across on that as well is that it's not every argument or not every disagreement. Are you burping into your jumper?
No, I'm swallowing into my jumper.
Not every argument or not every disagreement is a divorce-making disagreement. You are two human beings, and human beings, no matter how much they adore each other, are gonna disagree on things, and it's important to remember that as well.
I know someone who every time they have... Well, so this was before... Were they married? I think this was before they got married. And every time they had an argument as boyfriend and girlfriend, they split up. And now every time they have an argument as a married couple, it's a threat of divorce. And I'm just like, that's just...
And I think
to me,
that's a bit of a stubbornness thing as well. It's like, how do you win this argument? I know how to win this argument.
Do you know what? Yeah, I think you might be right with that.
You don't need to win every argument. That is it. That is the crux of the whole thing. You don't need to win your argument.
No. I think if it becomes an argument, though, you should be able to say, this is becoming an argument. Let's not continue to talk about this right now. Let's talk about it later when we're a bit more calm, and basically the emotions aren't running, the feelings aren't running the argument, but the logical brain is.
And we're not like I've said this in the first episode, right? We're not one of these wanky couples that are like...
Maybe we are.
No, but
no, we're not, because we're not perfect at all, and we don't pretend to be.
It has taken us a long time to get here, and I only think maybe it's the past year that this has kind of gotten the way it is. But we would, back in the past, we would have arguments that would get hurtful. Like it would start as one thing. Like let's just use the cushions as an example. It would start as a wee petty squabble about the cushions, and before you know it, it would grow and grow, and then we were just saying hurtful things. And I can't think of any examples. Oh,
it would because we're not big on name calling, but it would be things like you're just being selfish. You never listen to me, and I'm always like, it would probably have been stuff like that. But
I've dropped the B word.
Have you?
The boot.
Oh,
because I know how much you hate that word,
I
and
don't like that word.
That's why I drop it.
I don't remember that.
Oh, you've heard me say that.
I've blocked that out. I honestly don't remember that now, though.
Yeah,
that's it.
Oh, by the way, do you know that we are going to be 20 years together on Thursday? Sorry, 20 years since our first encounter.
Yes, first date.
It wasn't even a date. It was an encounter. 20 years since I did that magic trick.
Yeah. Swooned. Yep. Wooed by a magic trick. Absolutely. I love magic. I'm not even going to...
Abracadabra. And she's still here. And she hasn't disappeared.
Swoon.
Yep. Hot girls love magic.
Yes, true.
That's what they say.
Although I'm not looking or sounding hot today at all.
Yeah, so honestly, thank you for that email. That was really, really nice. And the feedback, obviously, very nice as well.
Toast's awesome.
Podcast, We Are Winging It. No.
We've also gone through marriage therapy.
Yeah, we have.
So I think it's important to say that. So communication...
And there's no shame in that.
Not at all, no. Communication is hugely important. Making sure that what you say is heard and that what you hear is the same thing as what's being said. Because I think that's where a lot of miscommunication goes.
What do you mean by that?
Well, yeah, exactly. But not even what do you mean by that? It's like, so let's say... Okay, now jam on toast is all I'm thinking about. I'm going to go and have some jam on toast, right? And you hear she's going to have some jam on toast.
I'm not.
No, that's not where I was. I was going for a visual representation because that's me. So I'm thinking I'm going to spread butter and jam because I like butter and jam.
Right, okay,
right?
Yeah.
I'm going to put butter and jam on my toast. But you hear, I'll go make her some jam on toast, and then you put the jam on my toast, and I'm like, Where's the butter? And you're like, you didn't say butter.
Yeah. We've had
Yeah.
arguments like literally like that.
The one thing that bugs me, the one thing that I'm very consistent about is you have to cut my sandwiches in a triangle. Maybe I'm autistic. You have to cut my sandwiches in a triangle, same with toast, unless, do you remember?
It's warm.
No.
No.
Unless it's a bacon sandwich.
Which is warm.
But also an egg sandwich, like boiled egg. I don't...
Warm?
Well, yeah, okay. No, yeah.
Yeah, but there has been...
I'm going to have to figure that out because it might be something to do with the heat.
I can't remember the specific scenario behind it, but there was something where you'd asked me to do something, and I had done exactly what you'd asked.
Yeah,
but that's not what you meant.
No.
And I think it was something like toast and jam.
So
or
that's
something like
exactly what I'm saying then. So you need to. So what you need to then say to me is, right, what I'm hearing is that you want some toast and jam. But is there anything specific? Am I understanding that correctly? And then that's on me to then go, yes, but what I would actually like is butter and jam. This is such a strange analogy, and I don't know how we've got here.
Why
but
don't you just ask for a toast with butter and jam?
Because
well, you do now.
Yeah, I do now. But there you go.
We got there.
That's my point. And if you don't like butter and jam, you're weird. That's all I'm going to say.
Fancy some riddles?
Everyone likes jam, and not many people like. Even the kids, I'm like, that. Can you put butter on my jam sandwich or jam toast? And they're like, you're a weirdo. I'm like, no, I'm not. It's nice, okay? Cuts through it. It's lovely. Same with chocolate spread. Butter and chocolate spread. Although I don't have that very often. Right, go on, hit me up with some riddles.
Okay, so I have got a couple of riddles here. None were sent in. Podcast at wearewingingit.uk.
But we got an email, which
we did get a cracking email.
So what was it they said? We're like the jam. What?
The equivalent of
a slice of toast, jam side up.
Landing jam side up.
Love it. Love it.
Whatever, it's unexpected, something else and a wee bit sticky.
I think no, just the jam side up has to be our tagline now.
Winging it, jam side up. Okay, the more you talk, the more I disappear.
Wait. The more... Right, sorry, I wasn't listening. The more you talk, the more I disappear.
The more I disappear. What am I?
The more you talk...
This is the radio presenter coming at me, this...
the silence, it's uncomfortable. This is why we have YouTube, though. It's fine.
Yeah.
The more you talk... Silence?
That is the one, silence, yeah.
There you go.
Which I thought was quite ironic that you sat in silence.
Yeah.
What kind of room has no doors or windows? Well, she's working that out. I'll just remind you that we are on social media. Just search for Winging It Podcast. You'll see the colour, the bright yellow or the mustard colour that we did. And it is really, really important that if you are watching this, I would love you to interact with the video. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment as well. And then when we reply to comments, that kind of pushes it out. Because I don't really understand
that word that you're not allowed to say.
Yeah, I don't really understand how YouTube works sometimes. Because I put up a few videos up this week, and whilst we've got like 13,000 subscribers, one video that I put up's got 8 views.
Oh really? Oh well.
And I don't really understand.
It'll be the thumbnail or the image.
My thumbnails are great. You shut your face.
I'm sure they are. Right. Sorry. What kind of
room has no doors or windows? Also, reviews on the iTunes or the Apple
talking
Podcast
and it's putting me off.
I can't not talk.
No. What kind of room has no doors and no windows? I'm thinking it's like a broom, but I don't think that's right.
You're along the right lines.
So it's not a physical room; it's a play on the word room. Groom? No. Roomba?
No. Can I give you an extra clue that I can make up myself?
Yeah.
On it.
Wait, no, is that cheating?
I don't know. You'll probably get it though with this clue.
Give me another one.
Okay, you want to come back to that one?
Yeah.
I'll
keep thinking about it.
You can't see me. John Cena.
John Cena.
You can't see me, but I cut across the land and even the sea. I never move, but the world changes around me.
Horizon.
Do you know what? The answer I've got is border. So that's kind of similar, isn't it? In the horizon. Okay.
Oh, no. They're thinking the border of... Yeah.
Yeah, border of a country.
Border of a country.
The more you know me, the less you have to say. What am I?
The more you know me...
Mm-hmm.
The more you know me, the less you have to say. The more you know me...
The less you have to say.
I've got a ringing in my ears. I don't even have my hearing aid in. Well, seeing I was ill. My brain's not working.
Blame the brain.
I'm blaming my illness. I'm blaming being ill. The alcohol consumption. It's fried those brain cells. The brain cell. I can't even speak.
Yep, you'll get 0%.
I don't think did I actually say
I don't
that?
think it was that. It was like nothing to percent, I think you said. Mm-hmm.
Nothing to percent. Oh my god! Right, sorry.
Right, well, I'll get you another. We just want a relative. They're all actually
they're all
relatively simple.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. Let's go back to the room with no doors and windows, okay?
Right, say it again.
Because I'll tell
What
you
kind
right
of
now,
room has no doors
we're
and no
sitting at
windows?
like an hour 20 at the moment.
Right, what kind of room has no doors and no windows? It's not a bathroom.
No. Generally, there's not a lot of space in this room anyway. There's not much room in it.
Oh, mushroom.
That could have been my dad joke. Anyway, yeah, that was it. It was a mushroom. We did the border one. Right, we'll do one more, okay? Let's go with I have no voice, but I tell stories. I can be still, or I can move. I see everything, but I say nothing. What am I?
Is that the wind?
Mm-mm.
Say again.
I have no voice, but I tell stories. I can be still, or I can move. I see everything, but say nothing.
The sea?
What am I?
Stars?
Nope.
Sky?
Nope.
I'm so not on form today. I'm sorry. Say it again.
Last time, and then we're moving on.
Okay. I don't want to fail.
Oh, by the way, the German owns a fish, right?
Oh no! Why'd you tell me?
Because now you've failed, and now you've got no fear of failure because you've just done it. Okay.
It's a bad day.
Is that it? You're nothing to percent left.
I've got nothing to percent.
I have no voice, but I tell stories.
Wait a minute. Right, slow down. I have no voice, but I tell stories.
Mm-hmm. I can be still, or I can move. I see everything, but say nothing. Oh, here's Angus coming to say hello.
Hi. Don't tell me it's like God or something.
No,
the
no,
clouds,
no. Nope.
something in the sky, the
Nope.
sun, the moon.
Nope. Thank you, Angus. Your bottle.
My water. Right.
Oh, he's coming round. No, Angus, stay. Stay. You can't, because you'll knock something over.
He broke it. I don't know.
Okay, the answer is a camera.
What's the other one? Is that the other one? Is that them all? He gave me mushroom.
The border, mushroom, silence. I don't really get this one, which is why I moved on from it. But it was the more you know me, the less you have to say. The answer is wisdom.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's not really a riddle. That's more a way of thinking.
Yeah. So
I would also say the more you have, because you don't know wisdom, you have wisdom. I'd argue with that one.
I think Angus is trying to get his 5 minutes of fame here. He keeps just trying to just wander about in the background there. Right, before we wrap up, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for watching this. Please, like, share, subscribe, comment. I
feel like I failed.
You did well. You're
so nice.
You've now got 1%. Like, share, subscribe, review, tell people about us as well. Because that's the thing about podcasts and about any of these sort of entertainment things, is that we can sit here.
Entertainment?
We can sit here and we can do this every single week, but if it doesn't get in front of people,
that's okay. I still want to do it.
I know, and that's fine. But people won't see it unless it gets in front of them, if that makes sense. And if you watch it, and if you interact and you do all that, then other people will see it as well, and it'll hopefully start to grow, and we can maybe make something out of this. That's the whole goal here. But at the same point, I do enjoy sitting for an hour and now 20 odd minutes just talking crap with you, and I do. And I think I need a nap now. I'm still not 100%, so that I'm blaming that on the riddle fail. What do we call that? The nothing 2%. I've given nothing 2% for my riddles. I'm sorry. Somebody better phone ITV and get a new idea for a show, the Nothing 2% Club. What's the aim? Get it wrong? Yeah. So kind of skirt about it. Yeah, I mean, you're on the right lines. Thank you very much for watching. It's been I really enjoyed this one. It's been a lot of fun. You didn't enjoy the other two. Interact, like, rate, subscribe. I'm coming down with something. I can feel it. See, I'm passing it on to you, so maybe next week you'll just, I don't know. I'll fail. I'll have to go to the presenter mode. You set up the audio and I don't know how to do all that. I'll touch things and break them. I didn't touch it. Review. Follow us on social media. It's going to be fab. I'm looking forward to more. I'm actually got some peer project stuff coming up soon as well. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about your interviewing Vinnie McKee. Yeah, well, do you know what? I'll link it in the bio because we're way over time. I'll link the interview. Vinnie McKee from Britain's Got Talent, was the very first Scottish person to ever get the golden buzzer. We went to his concert last night as well. It was a lot of fun. He's very, very funny. And he's got right good chat, doesn't he? It turns out that him and I have got like... Well, you both went to St Andrews? The most unbelievable... similar backgrounds. We literally grew up across the road for each other, and that's not even a joke. Went to the same school. Yep. He was the altar boy at the chapel that I played the organ at. We did music, theatre. It was just honestly. Anyway, the interview will be linked, so you can go and watch that. Thank you so much for joining us. You know how at night time, sometimes I like to have a drink. I like to have a beer, or well, now I've moved on to wine. Mm-hmm. And obviously, sometimes that can lead to other things. But I don't think you ever knew that there was one point in my life that I was addicted to soap. I'm clean now, though. See you next time. Making it up as we go, laughing together, that's all we know. Life's a ride and we love it so, we're winging it. I am. But it's like cheesy funny, which I made you laugh out loud, which is always a good. It always makes you happy.